Hello everybody, David Demangos here, and I wanted to run a quick video by you because in the news and the media there's a bunch of scare tactics going on and with this recession thing coming. So I'm going to try and prove to you that we are probably headed into a recession and not a housing crisis. So as you can see on my screen here, we are in the longest economic recovery in American history. And with that, what ends in recovery is an economic slowdown. Doesn't mean it's a housing crisis. So what's the difference between a recession and a housing crisis? So let's look at the definition of recession. It's the last sentence here. It's identified by 2 consecutive quarters of a decrease in gross domestic product, not a housing crisis. So what happened in 2008 for a housing crisis was the junk loans. As if any of you have watched The Big Short, it's unbelievable what lenders are doing. So basically, if you could go in, fog a mirror, or show that you had a heartbeat, they'd give you a loan. Or you could state income, even though you didn't make that income, they'd give you a loan. So when the rates adjusted, you couldn't make the payment, then bam, you couldn't afford to stay in your home. So here was the poll was taken, and here's the top 3 triggers that the majority of people said for the next recession. So it was trade policy, so a trade war, stock market correction, or a geopolitical crisis. Number nine was a housing slowdown. And this isn't even a housing crisis. This is a housing slowdown. Here's the difference. So back in 2008, home prices actually decreased 20%. In the last 5 recessions, 3 out of those 5, home prices actually increased. In fact, in 2001, with the stock market, I think, dropped 25%. Yeah, I think it was around 25% at that time. Prices went up on homes 6.6%. In 2008, it was down 20%. Home prices decreased 20%. And that's, again, because of the what? The junk loans. That's all it was. So Gary Keller wrote a book, Shift. I don't know, many of you are probably sellers or buyers or renters. Right now, we are in a shifting market. In San Diego, there's sellers that don't have so much command of the market. Rates are still low for buyers, and sellers are having to come to the realization that home prices have really flattened out, specifically in San Diego. So Gary Keller also wrote a book called Hold, and you can go and Google this. Buying real estate beats out gold, it beats out oil, it beats out stock in the long term. And as it says here, how to find, buy, and rent houses for wealth. So my job is to just get this out there. It's my duty to get this out. You know, the news is just scaring you. Scary news sells. So if you know anybody looking to buy, sell, invest, or rent, I'd be happy to have a free conversation with them, give them the facts, and then guide them to the best solution for them. So thanks for watching this video. I'm curious, where do you think it's going to go? You think the recession, which all the experts are predicting, 46% predicted in 2020, so next year. But I think it's going to go back to about the 2001 levels because we don't have a housing crisis. We just have a housing adjustment. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. Feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to answer any of your questions and give me your opinion. Where do you think it's going to go? Talk to you on the next video. Bye-bye.